going on? What is going on, guys? It is your boy Darion coming to y'all live with another video. It is the Spotlight Sports Talk and Rum Boys Philly. Shout out to all the subscribers that have subscribed to the YouTube page. And this is your first time ever being at our YouTube page, I would suggest that you subscribe and hit that bell button to get the latest news in all sports. And if you're watching this from our Facebook page at Spotlight Football Talk, please share this as well, and please go subscribe to us on YouTube at Spotlight Sports Talk. But without further ado, y'all know exactly what we here for. And what we are here for is the Oakland Raiders schedule and the 2019-2020 NFL schedule coming up this year. Now, y'all know a lot has been going on with the Oakland Raiders with Antonio Brown and bringing Tyrell Williams over, us being on Hard Knocks, and other stuff that has been going on in the Oakland Raiders in the news as well. But I really want to get down to the nitty gritty of things and get into our actual 2019 schedule. We have 3 weeks left in preseason, and I definitely wanted to get this out the way so we can have a better, great quality video for the Oakland Raiders. But without further ado, let's get straight into the 2019-2020 NFL schedule for the Oakland Raiders. Now, the first game that we have on our radar is the Denver Broncos on Monday night. That is the home opener for the Oakland Raiders, and most likely it's probably going to be most of the games is going to be the last home games of the Oakland Raiders, because we will be moving to Las Vegas next season. So without further ado, let's get straight into this first game. Now, Denver Broncos, you know, they are a really good defensive team. I really do like what they have there over defensively, but I think offensively, we are better offensively on paper as of right now. I know Drew Lock is over there and he's a young quarterback, but I don't feel like he's going to get the start there. But I do like our chances winning on Monday night at home, and we have the Oakland Raiders defending their black hole and getting the win over the Denver Broncos in this matchup here. And then we have a short week coming up in week 2. We have a short week coming up in week 2 against the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think we take the L here at home, just because I just feel like I don't know what our defense is going to give. I think it's going to be a closer game. It will not be a blowout. I understand Patrick Mahomes is your reigning MVP. He has the stats. He has everything that you need with Tyreek Hill coming back, Travis Kelce, and those wide receivers. But I feel like we could compete with them. But I feel like our defense is going to be our Achilles heel. We just don't know what our defense is going to give with this high-power offense. So I'll say about 28-24. Oakland Raiders loses this game to the Kansas City Chiefs. Then we have 2 games at home, and now we actually go into week 3, where we go on a 5-game road trip. 5-game road trip that I'm not really pleased about how the Oakland Raiders have 5-game road trip, and we don't come back into our hometown into week 9. That is just ridiculous for me. I really disagree with this schedule right here, how they did us. But we have to go into Minnesota in week 3, and I'm very confident that we could beat Minnesota. And the reason why I say that, because I love Kirk Cousins, don't get me wrong, but I feel like Derek Carr can go up against Kirk Cousins in a dome setting. It's not in the cold. He's not outside. I feel like this is going to be a shootout. I'm not really too big on the Vikings defense. The defense was not that great last year, but you know, it was due to injuries and all that. But I feel like we could compete with Minnesota, and I think as of right now, going into 3 weeks, we are 2-1 right now. And then in week 4, we got to go up against Andrew Luck in the Indianapolis Colts. This is a tough matchup going into Indy, because Indy is always great when they play at home. Now, the last time that we actually played Indy, it was just not good. We got our behinds handed to us, and I just didn't like the way we performed against Indy, and Eric Ebron had a field day with us. He had a field day with us. So with that being said, I'm still confident, but I think we're going to drop here. This is tough. You know what? It depends on Andrew Luck's injury. That's what it really depends on, because he has a calf injury and an ankle injury right now, but I think he should be ready to go for the regular season. But I'm going to take Indy here. I just think Indy is really tough at home. I really like I really like our Raiders offense. It's just I'm nervous about our Raiders defense. I just don't know what we're going to get out of this defense going up against a quarterback like Andrew Luck, and T.Y. Hilton and Eric Ebron and those weapons. I don't know how many people we can cover. So I really do like Indy in this game, but don't put it past none of us. I do like I wish I could pick my Oakland Raiders to win this game. Now, this is a tough game for me in week 5. This is supposed to be considered a home game, but it's really not considered a home game due to the fact that it's in London. Like, let's just be honest, it's in London, and I just don't agree with this. I just don't agree with this being a home game. It's really not. But do I feel like we'll drop to Chicago? No, I'm not going to think we're going to drop to Chicago. I think we're going to upset Chicago. I understand Chicago has a great defense and Khalil Mack wants to get back at us. But we just upgraded our offense with Antonio Brown and Tyrell Williams and J.J. Nelson and with Doug Martin and Josh Jacobs. I feel like them losing a few corners in the offseason is really going to hurt the Chicago Bears. It's really going to hurt the Bears, and I think we can go in London and beat the Chicago Bears. A lot of Bears fans is not going to like that, but I feel like our offense is confident. I think we're confident in what we do, and I know Chicago's losing Jordan Howard. Now Tariq Cohen is going to be your starting running back. I just feel like I think we have a chance to beat the Raiders. I think we have a chance to beat the Bears. I really think we can. That's just my personal opinion. But I think this is going to be one of the best games in week 5. It's going to be highly anticipated, especially with the Khalil Mack trade and then all the players that actually got drafted just because of the Khalil Mack trade. So they definitely got something to say about this as well. So I think I'm going to take the Oakland Raiders here. Now, in week 6, we are on a bye, so we definitely get a break from London, and we got to get prepared for Green Bay, and we going into Green Bay, and I think we can take Green Bay as well. I really think so. I think we could take Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. Don't get me to lying, but I don't like Green Bay's defense, and I never did. Green Bay's defense always never could bail out Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers could put up the numbers, but his defense could never do it for him, no matter who's there. That's why Clay Matthews left. Like, come on, let's just be honest. I just don't see the defense being that great with our offense, especially if Antonio Brown is in this lineup, especially the way our offensive line could be as well. I know we lost Gabe Jackson for a few weeks, but I feel like we can have somebody come in there and fill, because I just don't like the Packers defense. I think the Packers defense is the weakest part of the Packers team. Aaron Rodgers is going to do the Devontae Adams and all that, but at the same time, my Oakland Raiders got the same amount of weapons as Aaron Rodgers does. So with that being said, I'm taking Oakland here. In week 8, I'm going with Houston. Now, this is a tough one. I really wanted to take Oakland here, but it's just too many threats for the Houston Texans. Like, you got Deshaun Watson, that's a mobile quarterback that could take off. You have running backs and like Duke Johnson Jr. that just got over from the trade. And then you have Lamar Miller. Lamar Miller was almost 1,000-yard rusher last year. So I don't know how our defense is going to put up with one of the top wide receivers in the league in DeAndre Hopkins. That's my only issue. I don't know who we're going to have to cover him, because last year, if y'all want to look up the stats, DeAndre Hopkins didn't drop a football. He had no drops last year. Put it up. I'm telling you, look it up. He had no drops last year. Anything that came in his vicinity and that was out of bounds, he caught it. So I got the Houston Texans beating the Oakland Raiders, but most of these games is going to be close games in my personal opinion. And then week 9, we back home against Detroit. I think we get back in the winning circle against Detroit. Now, Detroit is one of those teams that's on a rebuilding stage with a Matthew Stafford that has nobody to throw to at all. So I really don't see anything happening with this Detroit Lions. Now, Matt Patricia might be getting the defense prepared, but he don't have an offensive guru to go blow for blow with the offensive minded of John Gruden. And I really do like our chances at home against Detroit. Now we have week 10. Week 10, we have the Los Angeles Chargers going into the black hole. Now, this is where it gets tricky for me, because it depends if Melvin Gordon is in this lineup. Now, if Melvin Gordon is in this lineup by week 10, then we loses this game. But I want this. I really want to say that we can win this game at home, and I think we can. And I'm putting it there. I think we can. I think we can beat them at home if it's no Melvin Gordon. And who is the opposite of Keenan Allen? I think it's Mike Williams. I'm not really too sure about Mike Williams on the opposite side. He's not really a threat. I'm really worried about Henry and Gates coming back and Allen. If Gordon's not there, that's even better. I would prefer Gordon to sit out the rest of the year, but I feel like the Oakland Raiders can get this done. I think we can get it right. I think we're on the right track right now, being 6-3 as of right now, but this is where the downslope starts to come in at. But I don't think the downslope happens in week 11. We will beat the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals are just trash. I don't like the Bengals at all. I'm not a big fan of the Bengals. There's nothing to say good about the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm sorry. It's just I'm not impressed. Like AJ Green is stay hurt, and then Andy Dalton is just mediocre. And with my Oakland squad, if we're healthy in week 11, we're going to be a problem. We're really going to be a problem. I think right now, after 11 weeks, we are 7-3 right now, and I love it. This is the game I think we're going to lose. Unexpectedly, I think this is the game in week 12 that we're going to lose with Le'Veon Bell and these New York Jets. This game is a crucial game. I really don't want to pick the Jets to beat us, but I have this weird feeling. It's always some weird feeling in the NFL where you come off a 3-game winning streak or a 4-game winning streak, and it's that one team that really just punch you in the mouth after you won all those games. And I think the Jets is one of those teams that will do it. That will give us one of those losing streaks that we will have. I feel like the Jets, they really upgraded their offense. I seen them in preseason. They actually look good. Sam Darnold definitely looked good as well. But it's going to be a close game. I think the Jets beat us by a field goal, at least a field goal. Now, week 13, we have another one. I think we beat Kansas City in Kansas City right here. I really think we do. Kansas City, I think we made adjustments from week 2, and we don't play y'all into week 13 again. So I really do like what I see here with the Oakland Raiders. I mean, we putting up mad points. We're playing good defense, but I feel like we can stop Patrick Mahomes in this team. I know they have Steve Spagnuolo as their new defensive coordinator, but I think that should not matter when you have an Antonio Brown on your field. I'm sorry. And, you know, I made that video of him with the helmet situation, but that's all fine now. That's all good. He's going to be out on the field. And going to week 14. Week 14, Tennessee. I think Tennessee is going to come into the black hole and try to beat us. I really think so. I really think they're going to come in here and try to beat us unexpectedly. I think we'll get a little bit too cocky beating KC in week 13. And we forget that we have a team in a division where you could just be like, listen, we got a team right here that's ready to win their division, and we're fighting for a division as well. So I definitely take Tennessee here to beat us in this one. Now, Jacksonville, I think we beat Jacksonville. I don't care for Nick Foles. He has nobody to throw to. Nick Foles should have stayed a Philadelphia Eagle, and I think Derek Carr outplays Nick Foles. That's just simple as that. Defensively, we all know the rumor about Jalen Ramsey thinking about wanting to be a Raider. We don't see that happening, but if it does happen, that would be great. That makes the Jacksonville defense a little bit more weaker if they trade him to the Oakland Raiders. So that's just how I feel about that. Now, going into week 16, I have the Chargers beating us. To be like, listen, they want their revenge. They want their revenge from week 10, and it's been 6 weeks since they played us, and they want their revenge, and they're going to be at home. I think we as far as the Raiders go, I think this is going to be a division rival game. It's going to be a great game, and I feel like with this team, you just never know. With the Chargers, you just never know with Phillip Rivers. And last but not least, we have us be sweeping Denver. We are sweeping Denver. I don't care what nobody say. We are sweeping Denver this year. I understand Denver has a great defense, but I do not care for Denver's offense. Philip Lindsay is good, but you have young receivers out here and an Emmanuel Sanders that's getting up there in age. So I really don't care for Denver's defense at all, but my personal opinion, I like us sweeping Denver this year. I really do like it. So let's get into the win and loss column of the Oakland Raiders 2019 schedule. Now we have our winning schedule. At the end, it has it at 10-6. In the division, we are 4-2. In the AFC conference, we are 6-6. 6-2 at home, 4-4 away. We'll be 0-4 versus winning and 10-2 versus losing. So as of right now, that is our record for the Oakland Raiders 2019-2018 schedule. The Raiders will be going 10-6, 4-2 in the division. Most likely it probably will be a wild card because of all the great teams in the AFC. I don't mind us being a wild card after being out of the playoffs for the last couple of years. I really do like our chances this year. I'm really confident what John Gruden and his staff does and bringing in the weapons and bringing in the high quality weapons and bringing in some great rookies to build this franchise, to build this back to what it is. But let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. It is the Spotlight Sports Talk. It is Rum Boys Philly. And it is Silver and Black Podcast. If you have not subscribed to the Silver and Black Podcast, I would love for you to do that as well. But my name is Darian, and I see y'all in the next video.